So Zach, lately we've been talking a lot about living things and living organisms and how sometimes living things rely on both one another and also the environment in order to survive. And today what we're going to be talking about is a very unusual relationship between two organisms that live in something called a symbiotic relationship. And what that word symbiotic means is that two organisms are living in a really close relationship to help one another live and also to survive. And the name of the organism that we're going to be talking about today is called a lichen. Now, a lichen is a composite organism, and you might have heard that word before, composite or compound, and we sometimes use it in maths in English. But the word composite just means two or more things coming together to make one. So when we talk about a composite organism, what do you think we might be talking about?
Maybe one organism and another organism coming together somehow.
Yeah, excellent. That's exactly right. So a lichen is a composite organism, and it's made of two organisms. It's made of an algae, and it's also made of a fungus. So I've got some photos here to show you what they look like. This here is algae, and algae sometimes found in ponds or fish tanks. You might have seen that before. And it's also made of a fungus, and I've got some photos here of a fungus. Fungus can come in lots and lots of different forms. So it could come in molds, you can see that on moldy bread, and also this moldy orange. And it can also come in the form of a mushroom, that's a fungus as well. So the algae and the fungus, they live in a symbiotic relationship. And in order to support one another, they're both bringing something to the relationship. The fungus here is very big and strong, so it's actually going to protect the algae. And the algae here, it can photosynthesize. So what it does is it makes food and it provides the fungus with the nutrition that it needs in order to survive and also to grow big and strong. Now, I've got some photos of some lichen to show you. Now, these are different types of lichen. And there's actually between 15 and 17,000 different species of lichen. So they come in lots of colours, shapes and sizes. But they have been categorised and sorted into three different groups: a foliose, crostose and a fruticose. So let's have a look at this foliose here. What's some words that you might use to describe the foliose?
Maybe like lettuce or mouldy lettuce.
Yeah, excellent. What about the crostose?
Sort of scaly and crusty skin.
Yeah, fantastic. And what about this one, fruticose?
Coral or like dry spaghetti.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. So I've got some more photos of lichen here. And I want you to have a go at deciding whether or not you think the lichen is a foliose, a crostose or a fruticose. So let's have a look at this first one here. What do you think it might be?
Maybe a crostose.
Crostose, and why would you choose crostose?
Scaly, crusty sort of feel.
Yeah, excellent, fantastic. What about this one here? What do you think it might be?
The fruticose.
Fruticose, and why would you choose fruticose for that one?
Because it sort of looks like dried coral or spaghetti. Or
Yeah, excellent, great. They do look a little alike. What about this third one here? What would you choose that one?
Foliose.
Foliose, and why foliose?
Because it sort of looks like that moldy, wilting lettuce.
Yeah, excellent, fantastic. Alright. So lichen, it's a very diverse type of organism, and that means that it can live in lots and lots of different areas of the world. And it depends on the type of algae and the fungus that are living together, but you could find lichen in rainforests, in deserts, and even in the Antarctic. So it can live in lots of different places, and it can also live in lots and lots of different surfaces. So you might find it on rocks like this picture here, on trees, on bark, lots and lots of different places. The other very interesting thing about lichen is that it's quite sensitive to air. So if it's living in an area that is very polluted or it has lots and lots of dirty air, there's a good chance that the lichen actually wouldn't be able to survive. And so scientists use that understanding to find a little bit more about the environment and whether the air is clean or fresh. So I'd like you to pop on your scientific thinking hat and have a think about, if you were in an area and there was lots and lots of lichen, what might it tell you about the area that you were living in?
That's like fresh air and not a lot of pollution, and might be somewhere like doesn't have a lot of people and houses and factories.
Yeah, great. And what if you're in an area that didn't have much lichen at all? What would that tell you?
Well, probably there are lots of factories and pollution and smoke in the air.
Yeah, excellent.